Rock Surge!
Aegis Wall!
Chomp Touch!
Summon Ready Ally!
And your future, Professor.
Ah! Hello there! Alright, everyone! Thank you for joining us, thank you. Gather in, everyone, gather in. Hello! Today, we are stepping away from casting and into something far more foundational. The Arcane Craft. Arcane Craft is the ancient discipline of storing, shaping, stabilizing, and preparing magic before it is ever even cast. Your evocation will win battles, and your wards will protect you from them. Your charms will stop you from getting cursed, but your beasts will always be there beside you. Arcane Craft is the same principle, but it determines how much power you can bring to the battlefield in the first place, and more importantly, how you manage it. Let's begin with the most important universal rule. You may only carry 5 magic items on your person at any time. 5, or kaboomy! And that includes your magic imbued in scrolls, sigils, grimoires, your fate stone, an enchanted weapon, or any other magical item. It is now a good time to talk on the enchanted weapons and their magical synergy. They can only have 3 enchantments, and I'm sure you will get to that in another class. But back to storing these arcane ruins. If it is magical, it counts. This limit exists to prevent a arcane overload. Too many active magical anchors on one body destabilizes the mana flow. Let us break down the components of Arcane Craft. First, scrolls. Scrolls are the most ancient portable storage method in the realm. But in spells and scepters, scrolls function differently than in traditional systems. You cannot simply write a spell into a scroll. You must assign an ASI spell slot to it. That means you permanently designated one of your ASI spell slots to be stored inside of that scroll. That spell slot is then contained within the scroll until it is used. It does not refresh normally. It is removed from your available pool until you cast the scroll. The scrolls count as magic items, and once activated, the store slot is expended and you can cast it as yourself. This is powerful for preparation. You can store high-level spells in advance, prepare emergency casting, hand a scroll to an ally if allowed, delay a powerful spell for the right moment. But remember, you are sacrificing flexibility. That scroll is locked away until it's used. Scrolls reward foresight. Now, let's move on to grimoires. A grimoire is not just a spell book. It is an extension of your magical identity, and while attuned, your grimoire grants you 1 ASI. Additionally, for every 2 class levels you gain thereafter, you will receive another +1 ASI as long as the grimoire remains bound to you. This represents synchronization. The more you grow, the more your grimoire harmonizes with you. But this bonus only applies while attuned. If you lose the grimoire, you lose the additional ASI benefits. And yes, a grimoire counts as a magical item, so you must decide, is your grimoire worth occupying one of your 5 slots? For most casters, the answer is yes, because additional ASI increases versatility for long-term scaling. Now let's discuss sigils. Sigils are magical runes. They must be placed using your primary action. They anchor to a creature, an object, or an area. Once placed, they remain dormant. They may be activated using a secondary action or trigger automatically when their listed condition is met. Sigils are preparation magic. They allow you to set effects in advance rather than execute them immediately, which means they reward planning. Here is the important classification rule. A sigil counts as a magic item if it is on your person or within 5 feet of another magic item. That means if you're carrying enchanted gear and activate sigils close to your body, they stack towards your 5-item limit. This prevents sigil stacking abuse and arcane overflow. You cannot carry 10 prepared runes in your cloak without consequence, so you must choose carefully. Sigils are strongest when preparing battlefields, guarding corridors, protecting entrances, layering defenses, and they are weak when you are surprised, constantly repositioning, or lack preparation time. Now, let's briefly discuss Fate Stones. Fate Stones do count as one of your magic items. They anchor magic tuning points and stabilize them. They allow you to re-roll your pivotal failures, but again, they occupy one of your 5 slots. And finally, enchanted weapons. If your weapon has enchantments on it, it counts as a magic item. Doesn't matter if the enchantment is passive or active, magic bound to steel still burdens your mana. Now, let's talk your strategy. Imagine this loadout: Grimoire, Faith Stone, Enchanted Staff, Scroll, Sigil. You are at capacity. If you find another magic relic, you must choose what to drop. Arcane Craft is about management, not accumulation. Now, let us discuss your synergy. Grimoires increase your ASI, increasing spell storage potential. Scrolls convert ASI into delay casting. Sigils convert spell effects into your prepared trigger. Your Fate Stone protects critical turning points. These are not random systems, they interlock. Now imagine this scenario. You assign an ascended spell slot into a scroll. Prepare a sigil near a doorway. And now you enter combat. First round, you cast normally. Second round, an enemy triggers your sigil. Third round, you activate your stored ascended spell slot via scroll. You have compressed your preparation into layered execution. That is Arcane Craft. It is invisible power. It is preparation and advantage. And it separates reactive players from strategic players. Now, I want to emphasize something critical. Arcane Craft rewards discipline. If you hoard too many magical items, you weaken your flexibility. And if you store too many scrolls, you reduce immediate casting ability. If you overinvest in sigils, you suffer in mobile encounters. Balance matters. Preparation must match your class. An artifician may lean into sigils and scrolls. A duelist may prioritize enchanted weapons and the Fate Stone. A scholar may prioritize grimoire scaling. There is no universal best build, only intentional builds. Arcane Craft is ancient because it predates dueling, before mages mastered the evocation, before they perfected the ward. They learned how to store power safely, and that discipline remains essential. If you take one thing away from today's lesson, it be that magic is not just what you cast, it is what you prepare. Choose wisely. Fate is in your hands, just as destiny was in the hands of our ancestors. Please, come again if you have any more questions. Thank you for joining us for this class in the Arcane Craft.